Hi everybody, welcome back to the next class. I hope all of you are studying very well and you are understanding the class very well. If you have any doubts or suggestions, you can just email me. I will give my email address at the bottom of this particular video. And one more thing, kindly subscribe this channel. Then only it will be a motivation for me to continue the classes. So kindly subscribe the channel if you have forgotten to subscribe the channel. So today we are going to discuss about perception and its related disorders. So what is perception? It's a process of transferring physical stimulation into psychological information, mental process by which sensory stimuli are brought to awareness. So perception means there is some sensory stimuli which is received through our sense organs like eyes, ears, skin, smell, whatever it may be. So we are sensing something. So these senses are taken into our brain and it is interpreted as something. So that interpretation process is called perception. So it's a process of transferring physical stimulation into psychological information. So now we are discussing about the common disturbances in perception. So just see the image. You can see in the first image, the object is seen as a tree and the person is seeing that, and the perception is normal as he interprets the same image as tree itself. Whereas in the second image you can see it's the person sees the same image but he sees as a person with an axe. So there is some misinterpretation of the stimuli given in front of that person. And in the third image, just see there is no image at all. And even without the image, the person is able to see. So the first one is normal perception, second one is illusion, and third one where there is no sensory stimuli and the person sees something, it is called hallucination. So this is in nutshell about the perceptual disorders. Now we will discuss the subtopics or the sub headings in each one. So first one, hallucination. So what is hallucination? It's the most commonly asked question in the multiple choice question patterns, and it will be twisted and turned like the examiner's efficiency. So anyway, you have to be very thorough with the definition of hallucination. So these are the basics. Don't ever make a mistake in determining hallucination and illusion. So hallucination, false sensory perception not associated with a real external stimuli. We saw in the image there is no real external stimuli. It indicates a psychotic disturbance only when associated with impairment in reality testing. So it can happen to anybody. We will have some kind of hallucinations, but it is if the person interprets it as real and he behaves as if it is real, then it is a problem. So it can happen to anybody. Hallucination can come with the effect of some drugs, with the effect of lack of sleep and all. But if it makes the person into an unreal world, then it is problematic. So most commonly asked another question, hypnagogic hallucination. What is hypnagogic hallucination? Just listen the term hypnago. Hypna means sleep and go means going. So just remember likewise. Hypnagogic hallucination means a false sensory perception occurring while falling asleep. When you are going to sleep or falling asleep, you will feel some kind of hallucinations. So it is considered normal or generally non-pathological. So you all might have had some kind of hypnagogic hallucination. Then next is hypnopompic hallucination. So it is exactly opposite to that. Hypnopompic is false perception occurring while awakening from sleep. It's a false perception occurring while awakening from sleep. So when you are awakening or when you are getting up of bed or just awakening from your sleep, you will have some kind of hallucination as if you have got away, you have had your breakfast, or you have had your bath, everything, and once you are in the real world, you might be still in your bed. So it is also considered normal. It's not pathological. Then next is auditory hallucination. So there are 6 senses, and all these senses can have hallucination. So first one is auditory hallucination. So false perception of sound, usually voices, but also other noises such as music, and most common hallucination in psychiatric disorders. So this auditory hallucination is the most common hallucination among psychiatric disorders. Next is visual hallucination. So what is visual hallucination? False perception involving sight consisting of both formed images like people and unformed images like flashes of lights. Most common in organic mental disorders. So the other one is common in psychiatric disorders, that is auditory, and visual is more common among organic mental disorders. Next is olfactory hallucination. It's also a false perception of smell, and it is also most commonly occurring in a organic mental disorder individual. Then next is gustatory hallucination. So it's a false perception of taste. So it can be an unpleasant taste and all. Usually this gustatory hallucination will be seen among people with seizures. And like the previous one, it also usually common in organic disorders. So tactile or haptic hallucination. So false perception of touch or surface sensation as from an amputated limb. That is phantom limb. You might be familiar with the name phantom limb. In amputated people, the people feel that he is having the limb still. So that kind of hallucination, or crawling sensation on the skin or under the skin. It is having another name, formication. It can also be a question, formication. Sensation of crawling of insects on or under the skin. So all these are tactile hallucinations. Then next is somatic hallucination. False sensation of things occurring in or to the body, and most often visceral in origin. It's also called synesthetic hallucination. So something happens to the body or visceral organ. So that kind of hallucination is called somatic hallucination. So what is Lilliputian hallucination? It is false perception in which objects are seen as reduced in size. It is also called micropsia. You might have read the book Lilliput, Gulliver and Lilliput in your childhood times, and in that there is a person who reaches an island where there are smaller men, and they all tie him up when he wake from sleep, so that the person sees these people are small. So that kind of a visualization in which the objects or people or everything is seen as smaller than usual, it is called Lilliputian hallucination. Next is mood congruent hallucination. If the hallucination content is in congruence or in consistency with the mood, if a person is manic, then the hallucination occurring is having some manic content. If the person is depressed, the hallucination occurring has some depressive content. Likewise, the consistency with that mood is called mood congruent hallucination. If it is not consistent, exactly opposite, that is mood incongruent hallucination, whose content is not consistent with the either depressed or manic mood. Next is hallucinosis. These are hallucinations, often auditory, that are associated with chronic alcohol abuse and occur within a clear sensorium. So the person is having clear sensorium, but he have auditory hallucinations as well as some tactile kind of hallucinations. So that is called alcoholic hallucinosis. Alcoholic hallucinosis, usually associated with alcohol abuse. Next is illusion. So in the first picture itself, you have seen what is illusion. So there is some image and it is misinterpreted. So misinterpretation of a real external sensory stimuli is called illusion. For example, we misinterpret a common example, we misinterpret a rope as snake. So that is illusion. So next is disturbances associated with organic mental disorders. Organic mental disorders. The commonest one are discussed here. First one is agnosia. So it is an inability to recognize and interpret the significance of sensory impressions. So there are sensory impressions or sensory perceptions, but the person is not able to recognize them. That is called agnosia. Next is visual agnosia. So inability to recognize objects or persons by seeing. So inability to recognize the objects or persons by visualization is called visual agnosia. Then astereognosia. What is astereognosia? Inability to recognize objects by touch. Inability to recognize objects by touch is called astereognosia. Next is prosopagnosia. Prosopagnosia. So inability to recognize faces is called prosopagnosia. Next is macropsia. Exactly opposite to the Lilliputian hallucination. We have told that objects or things are seen exactly opposite. That is very larger than usual. Then, so that's all regarding disturbances of perception. I hope you are all studying very well. So kindly keep a target, study very well, and achieve your aim. I want all of you to succeed in your career. So try very hard and kindly follow the classes very well. And if you have any doubts, kindly contact me either through the message down here, or you can also email me. I will give my email address in the link below. And also don't forget to subscribe this channel, because your subscriptions are my motivation. So kindly subscribe the channel if you are watching it.